How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite aviation channel, and today we are finally here with the 15th airport update for Lahore Allama Iqbal International Airport. This is the first Lahore update on this channel after about five and a half months. It's been quite a long time, so understandably so, there's been quite a few changes. Well, not changes, but new additions with regards to services and some services ending, stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a while. Hopefully I won't take any more long breaks like this between Lahore updates. It'll just have to come down to my school schedule, and especially my schedule this summer, because this summer is going to be pretty busy. But we'll figure that out as we go along. So a lot of stuff to talk about in this update. If I didn't mention it already, the time frame is 10:30 a.m. through 12 p.m. So fairly busy. The entire terminal is packed right now. So a lot of stuff to go over in the update, so without any further delay, let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so before we start with all the aircraft, here's a brief look at the setup one more time, because it has been a while. It's in a different location than what you're normally used to seeing in the previous updates. It's actually the other side of this mat is used for my Chicago O'Hare Terminal 5 diorama. So the other side is the Terminal 5 mat, this side is the Lahore mat. So as you can probably tell, it's in the exact same location as my Terminal 5 updates, and the rest of Terminal 5 is a bit of a mess right now because I set it up literally right on the same table, so that's why it's like that. And the lighting is a bit better on this side compared to previous updates I've done, like the last update, for example. So yeah, otherwise the mat is the exact same. Nothing's really changed. The terminal also the exact same. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin. I keep forgetting the gates. I think this is gate number gate 3. I think I always get the order mixed up. I believe it's no, I'm right. 1, 2, and then this will be 3. So we'll start over here, stand number 3 with this Air Blue A320, and this is going to be operating a flight down to Karachi in about 2 hours. Just came in earlier this morning, just waiting here for the next flight. Next to that is a PIA A320 in the retro livery, APBLA. The really weird retro livery for some reason. This one has really thick text on it. This is not at all how, actually, no, I don't think any of the, like when they actually had this livery in the 60s and the 70s, I don't think it looked like this. I believe I covered this in a previous Karachi update, I think, but the text is way too thick on this one. I think the actual livery had much thinner text on it. So not sure what happened when they were making this, but yeah. It is active though, it's back in service. It's been in service for about a year now. It was undergoing a pretty heavy C check if I'm not wrong, but it is back in service, which is nice to see. But this 320 is also going to head down to Karachi in about an hour and a half, came in from there as well. As part of the morning rush, Karachi has a pretty big domestic rush in the morning, 7 through 9 a.m. or so, with flights going everywhere. So Lahore has about, well, a lot of them. So they have one from Air Blue, one from PIA, or multiple actually I should say. There's a few at 7 a.m., a few at 8 a.m., and then a select few at 9 a.m. I could be wrong, but that's the basic idea. Next up, Air CL, also from Karachi, because, you know, part of that same morning rush, and then there's that same arrival rush back later in the late morning and early afternoon when they come back to Karachi, because Lahore is not, like, aside from Karachi, there's no other domestic routes from Lahore, because there's, like, where else are you going to fly it? There's not much demand. I'm sure there's demand to fly to Islamabad, but it's probably really expensive to do so. Also considering that, you know, it's not that far. It's like a 4-hour drive between the two cities, or 5 hours, 4.5 maybe train, 5-hour drive, something like that. So there is demand for flights, but I don't think many airlines think that's feasible to do. But yeah, so Karachi is the only domestic route from Lahore, so these are all going back to Karachi. So Air CL, I think that's flight 143 or something. I don't know, it's a random flight number. It's going back there. So yeah. Oh, we'll go over here. PIA 777-300ER. This aircraft just came in from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I forgot the flight number, but it's just taxiing in. It's going to take gate number 9 over here. And so yeah, this aircraft, interestingly enough, flew to Istanbul a few days ago. This is APBMS. If you don't know, this plane is like almost exclusively used for Saudi Arabia service because it has the highest density of any PIA plane. It's got like 440 seats. So Saudi Arabia, of course, is a big market from Pakistan, so they fly this almost exclusively to Jeddah and Medina and Riyadh. So very rare to see it flying elsewhere. It's been to London maybe a few times back when PIA flew there, and then probably been to Kuala Lumpur a few times as well, but it flew to Istanbul from Islamabad a few days ago, which was pretty interesting to see because it almost never leaves the Saudi Arabian sectors. So that just came in from Jeddah though. Alright, next up, this is a new model actually. This is the PIA A320 in the SkyTeam livery. Two words I never thought I would ever say in the same sentence because PIA is not part of any alliance, they're not part of SkyTeam. I don't think they'll ever be part of SkyTeam, but the reason why they have this plane is you can kind of see the reason right there. You can see the MEA logo there, Middle East Airlines, because that's the previous operator of this plane. So PIA has, I think, 3 former MEA planes in their fleet. And I don't think they've repainted any of them. They have one that's like in a hybrid livery. It's like got the PIA tail on it, and it's got the MEA stripes. And then they have this one, which is... Actually, I think they repainted one of them fully, APBO something, whatever. I don't remember the registration. But this one, APBON, is the registration of this one, the SkyTeam livery. It's still in the SkyTeam livery, I checked. It's still in the SkyTeam livery. That's why I bought this. Knowing PIA, I don't think they're going to repaint this anytime soon in their standard, you know, the white livery, this thing. So what they've done is that they've only changed the registration, and they took off that MEA logo that you see there. They removed that. And we've talked about this in a previous Karachi update as well. Maybe the same one that I ranted about this livery. But yeah, so this, I think, I'm not too sure if MEA had more than one SkyTeam. This one is FOMRD, so for some reason, when they originally took delivery of this plane, they got it with a French registration, and then later on MEA re-registered it to a Lebanese registration. So I think it's the same plane that's flying for PIA right now. I'll put a note on the screen if it's not, but I believe this is the exact plane that PIA has right now, because I think this is the only SkyTeam livery in the MEA fleet, but either way, it's not in their fleet anymore. It's with PIA, and PIA is still flying it with the SkyTeam colors, which is funny, along with the Interjet. I would like to get the Interjet livery soon, just a random Interjet A320, throw it in the updates just for fun, because they're not going to repaint that anytime soon. It's already been like 2 years with that plane, with those 2 planes flying around in Interjet colors. But yeah, really cool to have this model though. It's pretty funny that they have a model of it. So when I saw it on Midwest Model Store, I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. Why not? So yeah, it's pretty funny that they have a model of it. It's totally unplanned. But yeah, this plane is going to go off to Dubai. I forgot the flight number from Lahore, but it's going to go to Dubai. That's why it's here. Alright, focus of today's video, well, one of the focuses, Virgin Atlantic's last flight from Lahore was on May 1st. This video is going to come out, I don't even know. It'll come out sometime, but they operated their last flight from Lahore on May 1st. Last departure from London was April 30th, so it landed in Lahore on May 1st around 10 a.m. and departed back to London around 12:30 p.m. on May 1st. So Virgin Atlantic is officially gone from Lahore. British Airways, of course, left I think a year or 2 ago, because that route wasn't doing very well. Or, I don't know why they cut it. I'm pretty sure it was doing well, but I don't know why they cut that route. But Virgin Atlantic announced that because travel restrictions are basically gone. Premium markets, leisure markets, business markets that are more important to them are opening up. Like China and the Maldives and all that stuff. They'd rather focus on those destinations than mainly, VFR, friends and relatives market like Pakistan. Pakistan is not a business market, kind of, but not a big business market. It's not a very big leisure market for tourists. Not as much. It kind of is, but not as much. Not as much as the Maldives, for example. So because of that reason, because VFR traffic is still big, but it's not the only industry out there. Like during the pandemic, the only reason why Virgin Atlantic launched Pakistan service is because VFR traffic, like visiting friends and relatives, that's what VFR stands for. They launched the Islamabad and Lahore flights because that market was still there. And from the UK, Pakistan is a big market. It's a huge market. I've made plenty of videos on this in the past. So now that, you know, coming out of the pandemic, everything is basically reopened now. Virgin Atlantic is reallocating their resources to other places, and that does not include Pakistan. So Lahore is shut down, ended. They're not going to be here anymore, and they're probably never going to come back. We'll see. British Airways, I have no idea. So they're done from Lahore. From Islamabad, Virgin Atlantic's last flight is going to be in July. So Heathrow to Islamabad will continue to operate through, I think, July 31st or July something, and then it'll be gone as well. And then British Airways, no word if they're going to end Islamabad. I really hope they don't. But from what I can tell, British Airways is going to keep serving Islamabad from London. So we'll see what happens with that. But here, Virgin Atlantic 7879, for the last time in my Lahore update's crazy. It feels like yesterday that I was making the inaugural flight video. I'll link it in the top right so you can check that out. It literally feels like not that long ago, and here we are 2.5 or so years later. But here we go. Virgin Atlantic 365 arrived for the last time from London Heathrow and is now getting serviced to operate the last departure of flight 364 back to London Heathrow. So there we go. Next up, Saudi 777-300ER getting heavily serviced, came in from Jeddah as well. Compared to the PIA 777, also came from Jeddah. So this came as flight 734, and it's going to go back, I think it's a 12:55 or something departure. That's flight number 735. So Lahore is getting 777s from Saudi. Karachi is mainly A330s. I also got the 330 recently, so stay tuned for the next Karachi update. You'll see that. So Karachi is like, I think, one daily 777 flight from Jeddah, and then the rest are 330s. It's annoying, but whatever, it's fine. But that's going to Jeddah. And then last plane, Serene Air 737-800 pushing back from the, I think it's gate 9, if I'm not wrong, and this is going to Dubai as well. Or Sharjah, somewhere. It's going to go to the Middle East, and I'm going to say it's going to go to Dubai. I forgot the flight number. So that concludes the... Oh, no, we're not done yet. We have some stuff to talk about. So, as far as PIA's European operation goes, it's still closed, which is totally unacceptable. It deserves to be reinstated because there's really no reason for it to stay closed. So if we can get that going, that'll be nice. Lahore to Toronto is still operating. That one flight that PIA has to Toronto, that's still going, which I'm happy that that's still going. Batik, or is it Batik Air? Yeah, Batik Air, formerly Malindo Air. I believe Malindo got merged into Batik, but they're back. I don't think I covered that in a previous video. But Batik Air, they resumed their service from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia to Lahore a few months ago, and that's now on the 737 MAX 8. It used to be on the 737-900ER back in the Malindo days. You've seen that in the previous Lahore updates that I used to do with that airplane. But those are all retired, or not retired, but they got sold to Delta. So Delta took all those 737-900s. And so Batik Air, they took over Malindo, and so their flight to Lahore is operated by the MAX 8. So if they make a model of that, definitely going to see if I can pick one of those up. It's a pretty cool, really cool service. I'm really happy that's back. Thai Airways also back. They've been back for a few months now, just like Karachi and Islamabad. So they're doing, it's mainly 350s here to Lahore. To Karachi, it's mainly 7878. But to Lahore, it's almost always the 350. They have actually sent the 777-300ER a few times, which is really cool because they don't send that anywhere else in Pakistan, just to Lahore, because Lahore is a more affluent city overall than Karachi. That's not true. Actually, compared to Karachi, yeah, Lahore is a much more affluent kind of market, I guess you could say. So I guess that's why they're sending the bigger planes from all the airlines. The bigger planes come here to Lahore. It's basically the common principle, I guess. But Thai Airways is back. They've been back, like I said. Hopefully you'll see them in a future update. I still haven't gotten the 787 yet for Karachi, so maybe in the next update you'll see that. Because Karachi, I have to do an update soon, because Ethiopian is going to start serving Karachi soon on May 8th. I'm filming this on the 4th, as you can see. Yeah, so 4 days Ethiopian is going to start serving Karachi. So at least we have that going for us. Ethiopian doesn't fly to Lahore, and they don't plan to fly to Lahore. I have nothing against Lahore. It's just because, you know, part of my family is from Karachi, so I'm biased naturally towards Karachi. But back to Lahore stuff, though. Virgin Atlantic is gone. Saudi is still here. PIA, okay. I think I covered all that. I don't think there's any other stuff to talk about. Uzbekistan Airways was flying here for a time. I don't know what happened to that route. I don't know if they suspended it out of nowhere. And the PIA also had a flight to Tashkent, which I guess is also suspended for whatever reason. Maybe it's a seasonal thing. I think it is seasonal. It'll probably come back. But they also are serving Baku, Azerbaijan, that I covered in a previous video. So interesting stuff. I don't think there's any other airlines that I forgot to mention. If there is, I'll probably leave a comment right now. You'll probably have seen it by now. But yeah, that's really it. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I probably will be selling this Virgin 787 at one of the conventions. There's a airline collectibles convention in Chicago in a few days that I'm most likely going to sell this model at, because I have no other use for it. They're not going to fly to Chicago anytime soon. I'm not doing Islamabad airport anytime soon either, so you know, there's no use for this model in my collection. I'd rather have space for other models I actually need. So it was fun while it lasted, Virgin Atlantic. If you want to read the full story, I write articles for Aero Explorer as well. In addition to making the videos for my channel, I write articles for Aero Explorer, which is a youth-led aviation news platform, and you'll see some more promos related to them on this channel in the future. So I'm really excited to be working with them and writing articles for them about various topics. So I'll link my article about Virgin Atlantic's suspension of Pakistan service in the description, so you can check that out if you want to. And yeah, give it a read along with some of my other articles that I've done. I recently published one about the American Embraer 145s. Of course, I had to make that one. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care, everybody. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.